All right, what's up, guys? So we've had a lot of requests from you guys to do some show and tells of what we've got in our personal collection. Everything in our personal collection is what we found, stuff that we have actual work into, and they're ours. Nothing.
We didn't buy them.
Yeah, nothing in our collection is bought. There's a lot of guys out there that buy to collect. That's cool. We're awesome with that. We love it. It doesn't matter to us, but for us to keep Antler, it's Antler that we find.
Yeah, we have personal connections.
Yeah, nothing. None of this is bought, and none of this is not ours. This is all ours. Yep. Just to clear that up.
So everybody probably recognizes this bad boy right here.
Right.
This was the set that I had at the show this last month, and a lot of people don't know that we actually have another set and a single off of him.
So here's the other set. This is my set off of her butt.
I don't think we can get them both in the same. Maybe.
So
I don't know.
What's cool about this set is we've actually, a buddy of ours, a person we know, has pictures of this deer with this set on his head. And one thing that you could never tell from the pictures is that big old broken hook cheater, whatever was right there that's missing. And then on this one, the same thing. So he's actually a lot bigger than just what he is there, but he's still huge. I mean, the frame is just unreal on this buck. And then there's one of the earlier years off of him as well.
This is the first shed I found, actually.
That's the first shed she found off of him.
Yep.
And so, yeah, so we've got that gagger, way over 2. I'm not going to get too much into score on this because, I mean,
that's a lot of work to have to dish out a bunch of numbers.
But this is over 2. It's over 210.
Yep.
Your set's by far over 220, over 230 actually gross.
Yeah.
And that's 90-inch antler right there. So he's just a big buck.
He is. He's a biggin. I like him.
We'll put those over there.
Okay.
And now we've got a couple more sets right here. So just pick up sets.
Okay.
This is a set. This buck was called Dozer when he was killed on the strip. I found this set. I mean,
found him the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have to go home without.
Not very far apart.
Yeah, he's like, look at that.
I actually have. Here's another antler off of this buck that me and Brinley actually picked up. This is an old. He was young here.
Lots of character.
Lots and lots of character. Just super young here versus a couple years on him. Out there, it's like 5.5 seems to be the magic number when they start to
really
throw stuff and do cool things and just get stupid big. So
we're still looking for fresher years off.
Yeah, more years off that buck.
Boy.
And then we've got this buck. This is another cool compact buck. This buck's over 210.
Super compact.
Super compact. Lots of extra. Lots of stuff going on. This is
like one of your.
This is one of the first bigger horns I ever found. Yeah, was this side first.
Yep.
And then a buddy actually helped match this one up by finding this one a couple years later actually. And then we've also got another single off of him as well. I mean, same thing going on in the back. I mean,
G2.
Just that G2 kicks back like that.
That's really cool. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, and I don't know if this buck was ever killed out there or not, but like I said,
have a deadhead out there maybe.
This set's over 210. I think it's actually over 215, just a little bit. Can't remember. Let's see, what set's this? Oh, this set.
Oh, this set.
Oh, nope, we got 2 different sets here. Okay, so this set I just picked up. Grab that one.
Which one?
You'll do that one next.
This?
This is the set I just picked up. We've got trail cam pics of this buck. This year's browns are even bigger. That's kind of what's cool about this buck. Is now we know where he's at. So hopefully.
Yeah, that's what.
Just picked this one up. Yeah, just recently. Hopefully we can find this year's browns off this buck because he's super cool. This is a 190 set. like I said, this year he's super big. This set that Britt has, we just found this year as well. This isn't a giant set by any means, but we killed this buck this year. So this is a set off that buck that we killed on 13B. Terry harvested. He was 218 when we killed him. So as you can see, he got bigger and threw trash.
Yep. Yeah, that's why this set's cool, is we've got some history with him.
Yep. We keep stuff, guys. Score doesn't always have anything to do with it. I've sold 10 plus antlers over 90 inches the past few years. Just single stuff that I know I'm never gonna
might not
have the other sides too, and I hate that. I want matches. This buck right here is one of those bucks that we sold a bunch of antler off. We should have 5 years of this buck total. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, 5 years total of this buck. But we sold everything, so now all we have is this year.
All bladed.
Yeah, this buck was cool. This buck we called Captain Hook.
Yeah, and you actually, this was only like 5 episodes ago. He's been like freaking killing it.
I've been very, very fortunate, very grateful for the luck that I've had lately.
Absolutely.
And all the hard work I've put into it, but.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a couple of the sets. We've got a lot more sets. Just this is everything that we keep up on top of this.
Yeah.
Right here.
Entertainment system.
Now we've got some singles, and like I said, nothing here. That's you. I'll take that.
Oh yeah. This is my Skeletor shed.
Yeah, we call this buck. She found this a long time ago, back when she was actually just getting into shed hunting, just finding her groove, and she picked this one up. This thing's just big, it's long, everything's long on him. But he looks like, with these acorns and stuff, she named him Skeletor.
Skeletor
it's like skeleton hands coming at you. And this buck right here is just a super, super compact buck that some of them just have that look that I love. And this buck's got it. Just nice, super, clean. Super compact. It's a mid-80s horn. It just doesn't look like it until you actually put a tape on it, but everything just rolls in.
Yeah, it's just tight.
That's a cool single.
This one I found last year.
About this time.
Yeah, about this time actually. And he's cool. He just has like a little bit of everything going on. He's got the acorn up here.
Yeah, we have trail cams of this buck too. The other side was a 4-point side.
Yeah, we never.
I was actually in there again here the other day in the same country, and I didn't even find an antler in this country, which kind of irked me a little bit.
This year's going to be tough.
Yeah.
To find the browns. We got to figure out where they're at. So we didn't get hardly any weather. Oops. There's
this deer. Oh, I just picked this one up here not too long ago either. This deer's just big. I mean, this is just a big, big antler. He's almost a forked horn, but he's not. He's a 3-point. But he's just super chunky, super heavy. I haven't done anything with this one yet, just because I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
He's just cool.
It might go outside in that store pile. It might get sold. I don't know. I'll probably hold on to it just because he's so heavy, so dense.
Yeah, he's just unique.
This freak.
We found this on
the hunts.
The hunts, yep.
We've got trail cam pics of this buck as well. The other side's big, got extras. Cool buck.
He's super goofy.
Yeah, I actually think this antler right here, found on the next trip, is also off of him.
Yep.
Just big old base. I mean.
You know what you could do?
But there's a couple deer that are like this with one side. It's like this, just running around.
Yeah, you could impose photos if you have any.
I might. Let's see what I got. That's you. You found that one.
Well, I just handed you them.
Yeah, okay. I found this.
Because who knows?
So this is a big single that I found on the hunts a couple years ago. I kept this horn, just the same thing. I just like the way it looks. It's super massive, super heavy.
Yeah, very heavy.
I mean, my fingers barely touch when I wrap them around. Just a big, big shed.
How long ago did you find that
one? I found it the same year we killed John's buck, which those sheds.
Maybe 3 years ago or something.
No, it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh. Okay.
I'm trying to remember. But, yeah.
All right.
That's one she found.
This one's awesome.
That we never matched up.
That double eye guard.
That horn's 89 inches. Almost broke that 90-inch mark.
Yeah. He's pretty cool.
Super cool buck. Trail cam pics of that buck as well.
Yeah, the strip one's kind of tough for.
Here's a couple cool freaky sheds that we've kept.
Yeah.
This one actually has velvet. He jacked it up in velvet. He's got the acorn. We actually have trail cam pics of this buck, and the other side's bigger. So that's kind of why I've held on to this one. It's super dense, super heavy, but I've held on to it in hopes of matching it up because he's just a cool buck.
Right. I found this one, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or so.
Yeah.
Around there. We weren't even shed hunting. We were checking cameras.
Yeah.
And I decided I was just going to glass around the water and turned up this bad boy.
Actually, this one here, we have trail cam of also, and he's super fat right here. He must have hurt him, got injured in velvet because this is the only year he did that.
Yeah.
So, cool shed. The other side, giant again. I mean,
yeah.
That shed's there's big. It's just he has more going on, but he injured it to cause that beam to get all goofy, get fat right through here, and then neck way down.
Yep. But still very cool.
Yeah, cool shed.
I like the ones that have some character with them.
Just picked this one up with that other one. Another super compact, mid-80s. Cool 4-point. In this area, it's got a turn-up beam genetic, and I'll show you that one here in a minute. That's set up there, that head up there. There's just the genetics. Dude, I love to see the genetics of an area. They're so cool.
It's very distinct.
That's a Gagger, Nevada shed. We never found. When we hit this spot, you picked that up. That's a 90-inch horn.
This is a long time ago.
Long time ago. One of the first outings of hers too, and she picked that up.
I pick up typicals like it ain't okay.
Yeah. And we could never match it up. I mean, that was actually, I think, the only horn we found in that whole basin.
Yep. It's
which
weird.
was kind of frustrating. But that one could have easily shed on the water. Somebody driving down the road.
Someone could have picked that up.
There's a bunch of roads. Sure. I mean, there's a bunch of country that's like that where people just go rolling in and find stuff.
That is something, definitely. Oh,
this is a horn that she found on the strip this year.
Yeah, that was awesome.
90-inch horn. We're still trying to match this one up.
Looking out the window and being
yeah.
like, wait, stop. Yeah.
Road shed.
Road shed. Right there, just hanging out. People
cool,
have,
heavy,
there was
dense
tracks
buck.
flying. People have drove right by it. This one's cool. This
just
one's
a super little freak.
If you get it just right, you have to like stick a penny underneath it, but he'll stand.
Yeah, it'll stand on the tines with some change.
Yeah, and this one's pretty old.
We kept it just because it's cool. The way he stands up and that back end is nothing special about score on him.
No,
just
cool.
a cool looking antler.
Just cool.
Here's a couple that I found. I actually found this one this year. This is a shed off of a buck we call Beefy.
Yeah, that's only a few episodes back too.
Yeah, only a few episodes back. Big old horn. This deer, the biggest set that I know of was like mid 220s. Just super chunky. That's why his name was Beefy. And that one I found with Chesser and Britt last year about this time on a bonsai trip.
Yep.
Another 90-inch horn. Just super cool. Never matched it up. I probably never will match that or this up just because.
Well, it's old.
Yeah, they're old, and I don't know when I'll be back into this country, so.
Yeah, it was kind of just a random.
Yeah, let's just go try something out. So that's everything that we have on top of that. This is a shed that I tried to match up several times, and it's really starting to irk me. He's a big typical. Trail cam pics of this one. This one's hard white, no cracks. I love the build of this deer.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that thing is set up is awesome. This deer sits out. He's super wide. I gotta find the other side. It's driving me nuts. I've been in there so many times. I cannot get over how I haven't found it. Here's another cool horn. I mean, not a big horn. This deer was killed. This is the only horn we found off this deer. But me and my daughter actually found this one together. And that's why I've kept it for so long. Just
a little sentimental.
Yeah, I got a couple like that with my kids. Okay, let's show you guys some of these. All right, so here's a bunch of sets that I have up here, and I have these up here. There's no specific reason why, but basically I went and found me an aspen, a nice long aspen tree, and I hung it, and then I make these shed straps, is what we call them. You can get them pack of 3 on our website, but that's how I display them. Here's a cool buck.
Good way to keep sets together.
Yeah, this set's in the 190s. If he wasn't broke, he would be breaking. He'd break 2 just barely.
That eye guard's pretty cool.
Yeah, big old eye guards on this buck. Good length, good mass. Just a stud, typical. Just broke that beam.
Fighting.
Here's a set Britt picked up. Super compact, another 190 set. This buck he turns in, everything's longer than it really appears. He's got cheaters, inlines.
Yeah.
Cool buck. Super cool buck.
He is. Very cool.
This buck is goofy as all get out. Trail cam picks of this buck, and the next year after this set is the one I've been trying to find. We figure he's over 215, might break 220 the next year.
The detail on that circle.
Yeah, super long. See the way it turns too? Little extras kick in. Broke something off on that blading right there. He's the next year he throws trash everywhere.
Turn that one back.
After this set.
Yeah. He is cool there.
So I got this. I've saved this set because I want the next set. So.
Yeah, so we can have multiple years.
Yep.
Hopefully. It is nice to be able to get multiple years off of
This set I liked just because this is another one I like just how he's built. I've never scored this set.
You haven't?
Nope.
Well, yeah, because he's not going to really do anything for score.
I don't care what he scores. I love how everything is just palmated and so deep. The G3 comes so deep. Sweet eye guards. Sits wide.
Totally.
Just a chunky set.
You see the back sides? Yeah, he's cool.
Broke. Cool set. This buck.
Our little aspen's like...
I just picked this buck up. Another 190 set. I'm hoping to find more years off of this buck because he's still fairly young. So I'm guessing he's going to do some stuff with the dropper there, the cheater there, the inline there.
Yeah.
And then you start looking on this side and we've got bumps where we're going to have droppers starting and
it's pretty safe to say he's going to be decent.
Yeah, this is a 190 set right here.
Right.
Gonna spend an hour putting all these.
I know. I was just thinking about that. We're taking everything down, and then we're gonna take it all back up.
This buck, this is only like a 170 set, but this buck, we killed this buck. I actually picked these sheds up the same day that we killed this buck. Well, one of them. Landon matched this one up for me a while later, but I picked this one up same day we killed this buck. 170 set here, 170 class. And then when we killed him, he was almost 220. He's like 218.
He totally blew up.
Just blew up the next year. This buck we actually watched and filmed in velvet, killed him, and picked up his sheds all within 500 yards.
He was at home.
He was a resident buck. Yeah, he didn't travel. He didn't do anything.
Good thing
This
we
is
dusted
another
up there
one of those sets.
recently.
Me and my daughter matched up together. Okay, this set, me and Boo matched up together. Bryn, she actually found this one, I believe, first. And then when I was over there looking at it with her and stuff, we started walking, and then I found that one not very far away, and we matched it up. So this is Brinley's actual set. This is her best set. Che actually, I think most of Che's stuff, me and Che got a skull together and some elk, and he's got those in his room.
Oh yeah, he likes to keep his stuff.
Yeah, he keeps his stuff up in his room.
What's this last one?
This last one, actually, I'll keep that on there. Just keep it off the end. Okay, here's a set I picked up. Just a cool set. super heavy, big old hook cheater. Conglomerate of something going on at the end there. I wish he wasn't all broke to really know.
Here, hold still for a minute so I can.
But wide, massive, and just cool.
Very cool. That hook cheater is just dumb.
Yeah, big old hook cheater. So that's everything like that. And then Britt will pan around and show you guys some of this stuff really quick.
Okay, guys, so that is my big 3-point deadhead I found a couple of years ago. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is way cool. That's a 190 typical set Britt found. I found the next one in the same area, and that buck also is in the 190s.
There's Chase Bowl.
There's our deadhead shelf,
Our deadhead shelf.
or our skull shelf, I should say.
Yeah. It was like made for us.
Mm-hmm.
And then see that one right there? That's our big guy. We found him maybe 5-6 years ago now.
Yeah, good show. That's a 207 typical.
Oh. I was standing on the table. He just lays out, man.
And that's actually a set of sheds off of this buck over here.
There's our tine tower, which is super handy. Got a bunch of random antlers on that too. But it's awesome. It adds to our decor and it keeps them off the ground. We got some Josh's archery deer.
That's my first ever archery deer in velvet.
My first deer's up at the very top.
And then my biggest archery typical, which I wish he was still in velvet.
It's hard to show you him
But
because they're so high.
I killed him September 11th too, and the velvet was pretty much falling off of him. That's a 190 typical.
My goat.
Your 80-inch goat.
My 80-inch goat, which I killed what was it, a year? Like I didn't even get any tags.
No.
It was like one of my second
2
tags
points, second,
I ever
yeah.
got, yeah.
2 points. She drew a Southwest Desert pronghorn tag. Chase other bull.
Other bull, yep.
360 bull.
Yes, sirree. And then that one's Josh's. You already talked about that one, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I was telling him how those beams turn up and the genetics of that area, of that other shed I picked up.
Oh, yeah.
How those beams go up like that. Just super, super cool. That's
my first big set that broke. What did it score?
It's like 193, I think.
Yeah.
It's over 190. And then my biggest deadhead at 226.
We call him 14.
Yeah, it's 226 non-typical, 216 typical 4-point. And that's the deadhead. These sheds are over here that Britt found these sheds off of.
Yeah.
Those are the sheds off that buck right there.
And we call him 14 because
We
found him in, it was it New Year's Day or the day before? It was something like that. It was 2014.
Yeah,
so.
it was the first day of New Year's when we found, you found the side off of him.
Yeah.
And then the second day we picked up the deadhead off of him. And then the second to the last day of 2014, we matched her shed up finally.
Yeah.
And we actually found another older set off of that buck that were just broke to crap. I don't even know if we kept them because they were so. There was like a G2 is all was. It was G2 and main beam because everything was pretty much broke off of him.
And we got a Titan.
Yep. My muzzle loader.
Oh, don't mind my sink full of dishes. My kid didn't do her dishes. There's Josh's. Oh, there we go. Get the light right. Muzzle loader.
We've got more big sheds down here. Another typical.
Yeah, I got lots of
90-inch
random
typical.
baskets of antler as well.
We got sheds in our bedroom.
Dash around. Like,
We got sheds in my office.
I always joke that we literally have antler in like every room.
We do.
There's Maggie. She likes to follow the sun throughout the day. We got Josh's big old elk that we just got. This is his 400-inch set of sheds that he found last year. We had mounted up by Westland Taxidermy.
Westland Taxidermy, yeah.
I don't know. Filming in the middle of the day is kind of a pain in the butt because the light does not want to stay consistent. But that's a big old set. He worked hard to get that. He set himself a goal and he stuck to it. He was going to find a 400-inch set. And this is Josh's biggest set to date. We named him Titan.
Here's another shed off of him. And there's a few other guys that have random sheds off him too. Mm-hmm. But this is my set, and I love it.
And he scores
favorite.
248?
245.
245.
And then this is my 60-inch beam elk shed. That's my first elk shed to break a 60-inch beam, and it barely did it. It was almost chewed off.
Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Hold on. Well, it doesn't matter. But it was just barely there.
Yeah, just a big old shed. I mean,
Think you'll get it matched up?
I think so.
Cool. And then that shed that's around the base of this is one I found last year
Big old shed.
that we need to get matched up. And that one right there, yeah, that's the one. That one is the one that Dale Shed Life found with a balloon wrapped around it. There's a story about it. You can go back into the archives and find it, but it was a pretty cool story, and he gave me that shed. So that, oh, well, there's this little cool one, if you want to see it. He's just a weird one.
Goofy little
Yeah.
shelf shed. Decor shed.
Little decor shed.
With lots of dust on it.
Yeah, I don't believe in dusting usually. I hate dusting, in fact. What else do we have to show him? Anything else?
I think you can show them all the antler in the kitchen.
The puppies. Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of antler.
I guess you got some of it buried. There's one up there.
There's that one up there.
Some of your treasures.
They're not like
finds.
big fancy ones. Well, that one is a big one. But they're ones that we won't ever get matched up.
Bunch of her.
Yeah,
over
I
there.
always have like little things like this going on. With little tiny antlers. All about it. I totally integrate these into
Glass.
our
We like
decor.
finding glass.
Yeah, if I find old bottles and stuff, I keep them. I like that kind of like old antique-y look. So.
Yep. Alright, so we're in my office now. This is the one I was telling you about. This is the first big shed that I've ever found. This buck's called Double D. He was killed the next year after this. He was in a bunch of covert trail camera ads, big heavy buck. A guy in Colorado actually has the other side to this one. I had it, we were mounting it, and then he decided he didn't want to let go of his side. So he got it back, and now it sits here in my office
Just on the dance.
by my computer. Got a 190 set up there that I picked up a long time ago.
That one is our son's first coloring job.
Yeah, this is fun. I let my son practice coloring on a 90-inch horn.
Yeah, you're a nice
It's
guy.
gonna get fixed. I
Yeah.
haven't yet. I haven't fixed it yet.
It
I'm
won't
not
be.
too worried about
You'll
it.
get it.
This is actually a shed off of Lucky, a deer
Lucky.
that they killed on the strip that was just absolutely giant. So, yeah, I let him practice coloring.
You're an awesome dad, letting your kids learn on your antlers.
This buck has a big old cheater on him. Like I said, it's like a 190 set. This buck, I saved this one. Here, let's stand up on it.
Show them the hat so they know why it's up there. It's not just a bunch of chaos. We actually.
Okay, I saved this shed because of that eye guard
Yeah.
on a mule deer.
That's dumb. How long is
Stupid
it?
big. I don't even remember. I think it was over 9 inches.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
But that's why I saved that. Not sure why this one's up here. Besides
You
the fact that
probably
it's
had
just
somebody over here talking about the
decor.
deer or something. Usually.
trying to remember where that shit even came from. Interesting. Yes, I do forget where some sheds come from.
That's amazing. I forget.
This hat is up there because this was the first prototype of the original flex fit, flat bill, or bendable,
Yes.
moldable bill.
That
Antler Trader.
hat sold like hotcakes.
Full camo. A real hunting camo. Nobody ever had this. We're actually going to be coming out with another model of this hat, this same style of hat, in a different camo pattern. Wonder if you guys can guess. The new hat that we're having built like this in a different pattern, camo pattern, will every $5 spent, or every hat bought, we are going to donate $5 to public lands, saving our public lands. So we're in the process right now of building a design and everything to go with that hat. But we were the first to ever come out with a fully camo, real hunting camo, not some generic urban camo, flex fit, flat bill hat that is also moldable for
Hence
everybody.
why it has the position of up there.
Right, so this was a prototype. We changed it when they sent us this one because
Yeah,
the
the
logo
logo's
wasn't big
bigger,
enough.
yeah.
So, but that's the prototype, so that's why it stays there. Got my kids' first turkeys up there.
Yeah, and look at these guys. Look how cute they are. Oh, they're my baby.
Back before they were rotten.
Oh, here's your little board too.
Yep.
Where, oh, that light's not helping a lot, but yes, we put all the pictures of stuff that.
This was back when you actually had to develop film.
Hey, look, you guys. This was our senior prom. Look how studious he looks.
Studious.
You're studious.
So.
And we had Austin Duke
Made that for us.
engraved that for us.
Yeah. Here's a little freak elk shed. This was actually the logo for the Crazy Antler podcast.
Yeah, it was, huh?
Which we got to figure out what we're going to do with. We might start that back up.
This is the set that he just barely picked up on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Just big old G2s on this thing. Old and chalky, but we don't care. We love Antler for what it is.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, we would like to find it in its best state, but I've had people asking why we're not finding more browns, and I think it's because they don't understand.
The country we shed.
Yeah, exactly.
The most browns we've ever picked up in 1 year on the strip has been 8. Last year, I think you picked up 2. I haven't found a brown on the strip,
2.
and
I did.
Well, if I don't find one this year, it'll be 3 years that I haven't found a brown on the strip.
Yeah, and that's just kind of that just goes with the territory. We're
Yeah.
not bent about it.
No,
Like-
I don't shed hunt for browns.
Uh-uh.
I don't care what color they are. I just love sheds. I love shed hunting.
Right.
I want to pick up sets. I want to pick up big sheds. I love
Ones
antler.
that you have connections with,
Mhm.
ones you've hunted, ones you have stories about, whatever.
Yep, I just love antler.
They all good.
So, there it is, guys. There's our little antler collection. We've got more somewhere, and we've sold a lot of big stuff. I've sold, like I said,
We sold moose.
Yeah, I've sold a lot of big stuff. Stuff that just.
We gotta keep the bills paid, and we gotta be able to keep going. And so
Yeah.
this is our full-time job. And if we have to sell some,
As bad as I don't ever want to sell antler, because I really don't. If I had it my way, I'd have every antler I've ever found in a pile somewhere.
but our dream is bigger than that.
Yeah, then a collection.
And to keep this
so
fueled and going, that's more
the goal,
important.
yeah.
And ultimately, we have pictures and video, and it's been in our possession before, and who knows, we might get it back.
This is all 100% us. So.
Yep. And we get rid of pretty much all of our elk.
Yeah.
That just comes and goes because we
Yeah.
use it for fueling the truck for more trips.
That's it.
So that's why you didn't see a whole lot of elk. Yes.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate everything. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlog and everything. And if there's more stuff you guys want to see, let me know. I had a couple vlogs that I was going to post. Unfortunately, I broke my phone, lost all that footage because I hadn't updated before I broke my phone. So that's why I've kind of taken a dip on what I've been posting lately. But we've got a new phone, camera, everything. So we're going to pick right back up where we left off starting this week. We've got this episode, another episode, four-wheeling with the kids. Actually, we probably already played that one. I don't know what order I'm going to post these in, but and then we've got a couple shed hunting episodes all this week, so we'll be dropping 4 episodes starting today. So
yes,
it's Monday.
And we would love if you guys have any questions that you would like answered, put them in the comments, and we'll make that part of one of our daily vlogs. Or
Yep.
well, sorry to say daily, it's not daily, but
Who knows? We might hit daily one day.
You know.
I just don't know. It's so hard to
it is
decide
tough, 'cause
what's
you don't wanna
interesting
overdo stuff.
and what's not. But
Yeah.
then on top of it, I want to share everything with you guys. I really do like vlogging. I do.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of it's a mix. I want to put out good quality hunting videos, shed hunting vlogs, mixed with daily vlogs. And so you're gonna get a little bit of both. If you like one and don't like the other, well, you'll have the choice. So
Right.
thanks, guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you tomorrow.